This video is brought to you by Project Management Solutions Limited, a Bahamian business committed to showing you ways to use project management skills to make your life better. You're progressing well with your project management plan. By now, you have categorized and prioritized the requirements, created a plan to manage the requirements, determined what is included and excluded from your project, broken your project into work packages, listed the activities, sequenced the activities, determined the activity resources, duration and schedule, estimated costs, and determined the budget. At the end of this module, you should be able to outline a plan to ensure a quality product, assign the right people to complete each activity, and plan what, when, and how to communicate to whom. Imagine you're involved in a situation. Your expectation and your excitement level is high, you're all geared up. And when the moment of truth arrives, the outcome is nothing like you had expected. If you could identify with the situation, then you have a pretty good idea of what quality is all about. Quality is defined as meeting stakeholders' expectations. The process of planning quality should focus on meeting standards relevant to the project at hand. The Quality Management Plan describes how the project management team will carry out the quality policy and documents the resources needed to carry out the quality plan. The Quality Management Plan outlines all processes and procedures that should be used to satisfy quality requirements, including quality control, quality assurance techniques, and continuous improvement processes. Identifying quality requirements or standards for projects and products must be done when planning quality. This includes documenting how projects will demonstrate compliance. Quality planning should take place in conjunction with other planning processes. For example, proposed changes in the product to meet identified quality standards may require cost or schedule adjustments and a detailed risk analysis. Remember those project documents that you took hours compiling? Great news! Your labor is not in vain. You will use information in these documents in many ways again and again for different reasons. This is why it is very important that project documents are not only completed, but are completed correctly. Recall that the scope statement contains the project description, major project deliverables, and acceptance criteria. You are advised to review the product scope description as it will often contain details of technical issues and other concerns that may affect quality planning. The definition of acceptance criteria may impact project cost and quality costs. You should also consider reviewing the stakeholder register when planning quality, as it identifies stakeholders with a particular interest in or impact on quality. The risk register is another document that you may review when planning quality. This document includes information on threats and opportunities that may impact quality requirements. Always consider the environment in any conversation about quality. Look at government agency regulations, rules, standards, and guidelines specific to the application area, as well as the working or operating conditions of the project or product. All these considerations may affect project quality. Quality actions may be assigned to the work packages on the work breakdown structure based on the quality plan, and naturally you will need human resources to carry out the necessary actions. This is where the Human Resources Plan comes in. The Human Resources Management Plan documents the roles and responsibilities of individuals or groups performing activities, as well as the reporting relationships between them. The things that go into a Human Resources Plan include the following: identifying project roles and responsibilities, documenting project roles, defining the skills needed for the project, stating the responsibilities and required skills, identifying reporting relationships, and creating the staffing management plan. Consider the availability of resources, skill levels, and training needs when developing your human resources plan. These factors impact project costs, schedule, and quality, and may produce risks not previously considered. You may also ask the following questions when acquiring staff. Will the human resources come from within the organization or externally? Will team members need to work in a central location or can they work from a distant location? What are the costs associated with each level of expertise needed for the project? And how much assistance can the organizational human resources department and functional managers provide to the project management team? One of your goals is to produce a staffing management plan as a part of the process of developing the human resources plan. The staffing management plan describes when and how human resources requirements will be met. Be sure to continually update your staffing management plan during the project. This plan is used to direct the process of acquiring and developing team members. Information that you should consider include acquiring staff, a resource calendar to indicate when resources are available, a staff release plan, training needs, rewards and recognition, and compliance and safety. I've heard it said before that effective communication is key, and this certainly holds true on a project. A communication plan outlines the communication needs of the stakeholders, the types of information necessary, the format for communicating the information, how often the information is distributed, and who prepares it, and that's just the beginning. The communication plan should document the approach that will be taken to ensure efficient and effective communication with your stakeholders. Effective communication means that information is provided in the right format at the right time and with the right impact. Efficient communication means that you provide only the information that's needed. Your communication plan may represent communication across various dimensions in the organization. Internally, within the project team, externally, customers, sponsors, and other clients, vertically and horizontally. You may include the following information in your communication plan: stakeholder communication requirements, information to be communicated including language, format, content, and level of detail, reason for distribution of that information, time frame and frequency for the distribution of required information, person responsible for communicating information, person responsible for authorizing release of confidential information, persons or groups who will receive the information, methods or technologies used to convey the information such as memos, emails, or press releases, resources allocated for communication activities including time and budget, escalating process including time frames and the management chain for escalation of issues that cannot be resolved at a lower staff level, method for updating and refining the communication plan as the project progresses and develops, communication constraints usually derived from a specific legislation or regulation, technology, and organizational processes, and guidelines and templates for project status meetings and project team meetings. Discussion questions. What is meant by quality? Why is it important to complete all project activities in a way that promotes quality? What does the process of ensuring quality entail? How can you follow the steps for ensuring quality? How do you determine what quality requirements are necessary to complete each activity? Why is it important to plan for human resources? What does the process of assigning people to a project activity mean? What is meant by a project communication plan, and why is completing a project communication plan important?